I wanted to start by looking at this graph together because what I've noticed for you specifically is that our weight does fluctuate, and my weight fluctuates, other people's weight fluctuates in this program. Everyone weights fluctuate, especially day to day. It could depend on, despite you doing your workout, getting your steps in, and actually hitting your required calories, even like the day to day, your weight could fluctuate due to a number of different reasons, despite being on track with everything. You may have eaten a meal a bit later on, too late in the day at night, and when you wake up in the next morning, it may not have like fully like digested, and you wake up a bit more bloated than usual, which is super typical. Or you had a meal like super early on the night before, and then you wake up feeling like really like almost like really hungry, and then you actually wake up feeling actually wake up a lot lighter on the scale. Maybe you drank too much water, too little water. Maybe you're weighing yourself a bit earlier on in the day, or maybe a bit later on in the day. Maybe you haven't gone to the bathroom yet. Maybe you haven't gone peed or pooped yet. So there's a bunch of reasons why daily fluctuations happen, which is why we don't really look at the day-to-day fluctuations, but we more so look at like the weekly and monthly fluctuations, right? So as you can tell here, like up, down, up, 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 right? But then if you look back and take a step back and look at like, let's say like a monthly perspective on the graph, it's like you can tell that despite the like kind of like the peaks and valleys, it's like it's on average going downwards. The trend is going downwards, which is ultimately what we're looking for. So this shows to me that we are making progress and we're exactly on the right track. So yeah, from 305 down to the lowest was 292, but now on average are like 295-ish, which honestly is awesome. Like 10 pounds down so far, 10 to 15 pounds. This is great, especially in the first six-ish weeks. So this is phenomenal already. And now what I've done moving forward is that ideally for you, I'd like to lose around, on average, around 1 pound a week, right? Like we want to keep that average trend going downwards. And so what I've done is I've decreased your calories from 2,400 calories every single day to 2,200 calories. So just a slight 200 calorie reduction in your caloric intake, and that should hopefully put you in a deeper deficit for us to keep on losing the body fat. So it seems like hunger, honestly, for you, Randy, isn't like a big issue for you right now. Seems like your stress is nice and low, energy levels are somewhat nice and high, and you're tracking all your food, and you're not really hunger most of the time, right? So there's of course strategies to help like limit that. So drinking enough water, 4 liters of water every single day, you'll notice that that kind of like expands your stomach, which tricks your brain into thinking that you're like full, when in reality you didn't eat anything, you just drank a bunch of water, right? So that's the first thing. Make sure we stay hydrated. Secondly, making sure that we focus on low calorie dense food. So think of your fruits, your vegetables, your whole grains, and your lean sources of protein. These will also fill you up a lot, but not necessarily like eating a bunch of food, right? So imagine eating 100 calories worth of pizza and then 100 calories worth of like cucumbers, for example, right? I know it's a strange example, but what is going to fill you up even more? The pizza, it's probably like only like not even a slice, it's probably like half of a slice, maybe a bit less than that, sadly, right? Versus with cucumbers, it's like you get, I don't even know, maybe like a pound of cucumber for 100 calories. And so, which one of the two is going to fill you up more? Probably the cucumbers, right? And what's so kind of like not bad, but like what sucks about the pizza is that not only does it not fill you up, it also kind of like triggers you into like wanting more of it, right? Because all these hyper palatable foods like the junk food, the sweet foods, the cakes, the sugars, the fries, junk food in general, it just like number one, it doesn't fill you up. Number two, it just leaves you wanting more of it, right? And that is why, of course, we're all about food freedom in this program, Rennie, but just know your triggers. Like, for example, if you have a pint of ice cream and you allow yourself to have maybe like a small little serving, like a couple tablespoons, that's totally fine. If you can control yourself afterwards, that's totally cool. But if you notice that if you have some of those spoonfuls and you hit your calories, but now it's like, okay, well, I just satisfied my sweet tooth, but now I want even more of that. It's like, is that really going to help you? Maybe, maybe not. Most likely not, right? So just know your triggers. I know a lot of people who, once they have one cookie, it turns into the entire sleeve of cookies. If they have one scoop of ice cream, it turns into the entire pint of ice cream, right? If they have one French fry, it turns into the entire bag of French fries, for example, right? So just kind of like identify your triggers, know them, know where they're coming from, but ideally stick to mainly like those healthier foods. Not only will it be a lot easier for you to hit your calories and macros for the day. It'll also help you stay more satiated throughout the day, which makes it so much more easier to stick to your diet. If you do that along with doing your workouts, drinking your water, you'll notice that hunger really isn't ever going to be an issue for you. And that is one of the biggest hacks that I can give you right now on your weight loss journey, Randy, is to focus on those key elements. So that's all that I have for you for this specific week. Like I mentioned to you, the only real change that we made is just a slight reduction in your caloric intake, and that should hopefully put you, like I mentioned to you, in a deeper calorie deficit. So during this time, Randy, keep crushing your workouts. You're doing an amazing job. You missed one workout on Friday. When you miss a workout, let me know and we'll make up for it the next day, ideally. So if you can, do your workout today on a Sunday, because I don't want you to miss a workout and then just continue on with your day or continue on with the week. Like ideally, like we want to make sure that we compensate for that, right? If we can't do it on a Friday, let's do it on a Saturday, or let's do it on a Sunday, right? Just it's not a huge deal, but again, like if we have time to do it on another day, I mean, we might as well, right? You're only doing 3 workouts a week, and one missed workout is already, that's like what? 25%, or no, it's like 33% of all of your workouts missed, right? So yeah, make sure you make up for that today if you can. Other than that, dude, keep crushing those steps, keep crushing your nutrition goals, especially your protein intake. I'm really liking that part. And keep doing your workout steps and all that fun stuff. And yeah, and I'll let you go. Peace. Now, if you want to be around a community of like-minded people just like yourself who will educate you, motivate you, and inspire you to absolutely demolish your health and fitness goals, come join the Barbarian Squad down below. I guarantee you, you will not regret it one single bit, and I'll see you inside.